From the Headland Arena in New Bedford, DCTV Sports is proud to present Dartmouth High School Ice Hockey. Today it is the Dartmouth Indians taking on the Bishop Stang Spartans in the opening round of the Spartan Cup tournament. Alongside Andrew Santos, I am Paul Santos. Well, you know, we've talked about this rivalry so many times, you get a chance to play in it. There's nothing like it. But this year, there's a little icing on the cake to play for. Stang coming in undefeated. Dartmouth wants nothing more than to hand them their first loss. But if you're Stang, you'd rather lose to anybody but Dartmouth. So this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it definitely seems like, you know, before I even see anyone really, it obviously seems like there's a little bit more on the line for today. I drove in and the parking lot was already completely full half an hour before the game, and just like little things like that you kind of start to notice right away, and you kind of realize it's like, oh my God, this is a huge game here.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, both teams coming in with great records. You know, we talk about Bishop Stang 15-0-1. Dartmouth certainly no slouch at 9-3-1. Both teams with a lot of seniors on the team, and that brings a lot of experience to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both coaches have been building up the program for quite some time now. You know, big rivalry here between the two clubs, and, you know, it should be a really good one. Really looking forward to it.
All right, I know, of course, they're playing for the Spartan Cup. The teams played earlier in the season. Stang beat Dartmouth 3-1 with an empty net goal. I think Dartmouth actually outshot Stang in that game, but hey, Stang stood tall. They scored when they had to. They got some great goaltending and ended up winning that game. Yeah,
it just goes to show you that the shots on net aren't always indicative of how the game goes in the end. You know, you could outshoot a team 25-15 and then still win, you know, 5-2 or something like that. So getting shots on net's always a good thing. I'm sure the coaches are going to be encouraging that early on here in this matchup. But yeah, you know, it can always go either way, especially between these two clubs. You know, a lot of talent between both teams. You got kids on both sides that have grown up playing against each other and with each other. And, you know, I'm sure that we'll see that passion here early on as well.
It should be a lot of fun. It always is. Dartmouth and Stang before a very loud and full Headland Arena. Stand by. We have the 7-minute warm-up, and then it'll be the opening face-off between the two teams right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Dartmouth and Stang moments away from doing battle here at Hedlund Arena, the opening round of the Spartan Cup tournament. Paul Santos and Andrew Santos along with you today. Always an exciting game between these two arch rivals, and tonight should be no different. We've got the starting lineups right here. Then we'll have the national anthem and the drop of the puck. Teams met earlier this year. Stang beat Dartmouth 3-1 with an empty net goal. And Dartmouth looking for revenge in that game, and also the opportunity to do something that no team has done all year, and that's defeat Bishop Stang.
Yeah, I'm sure Dartmouth's going to be really hungry to get this win, considering that they're actually one of the losses on Sting's in Sting's win column. So I expect them to come out with a ton of energy, a little bit of nerves from both teams, but I expect to see Dartmouth going strong right from the jump here.
So we have the starting lineups of today's game being announced here by the PA announcer. And they're starting with the visiting team, Dartmouth. There's going to be J.C. Freites, Damian Medeiros, and Aiden Cruz is the forward line for Dartmouth that is being announced. And the defensive tandem, Reed Martin and Josh Nelson. And as we said, a real prolific group there, a great offensive line, a real experienced defensive core. Ashley Machado, a sophomore goaltender, but not as much experience as Matt Dorey and Bennett on the other side. Dorey's going to play, but Ashley Machado, he has done a really nice job for Dartmouth.
Yeah, we're comparing a sophomore to a senior there, so maybe lacking in the experience department, but absolutely not in the skill set department. We've seen Ashley Machado have an absolutely fantastic season thus far, and I expect him to have a big game here tonight as well.
And you want to talk about prolific offensive lines, perhaps one of the tops in the state, Jack Jedry, Justin Gover, and Quinn Pine. And on defense, Matt Burrett, Seamus Marshall. And between the pipes, one of the two senior goaltenders. This time it's Matt Dorey. You may remember in the last game, Braden Bennett had a very nice game, a solid game, a big game against the Dartmouth Indians. Now let's pause for the singing of our national anthem. Here is Stang assistant coach Paul Brussells. Terrific gentleman. Assistant coach Paul Brussells of Bishop Stang, former partner with me here at DCTV for many years doing Dartmouth High School hockey and UMass Dartmouth hockey. Okay, ready for the drop of the puck. What's it going to look like the first couple minutes, Andrew?
A couple of things I'm going to be keeping my eye on. One thing is the seniors. Who's going to step up from the senior group? This is the last time you're meeting your big rival. This is going to be probably the biggest game of your career, so I'm going to be looking for that. I'm also going to be looking for which team can control the puck and dictate the pace of the game early. This is a game where, you know, you go to school, you think about nothing but this game all day. You've had this game circled on your calendar for months and pretty much all year because you only get to see the other team twice. So it's going to be interesting to see which team can work through those nerves and play on the biggest stage perhaps in their careers and possess the puck and control the game, dictate the pace here early on.
It is true that the kids talk about the game really for days leading up to it, and on that particular day, it is on everybody's mind, no question about it.
I still talk about the games almost 9 years later, so, you know.
All right, we're underway here from the headland, and the Indians collect to start out. Puck goes deep into the offensive end. Played up and along on the wing, and Reed Martin keeps it in for the Indians. Bounces it down. Here's J.C. Freites. Centering pass, intercepted by Burton, cleared out. And here comes Justin Govea down the right wing. Govea gets bumped that time by Reed Martin as the puck goes behind the net. Both teams, boy, they really want to win this one for a number of reasons. Obviously, the arch rival, but the power rankings are based on who you play, what their record is, so both teams got a big bump with the win today. And, of course, Dartmouth looking to knock off undefeated Stang. Stang looking to stay undefeated. Here's Seamus Marshall, one of these senior co-captains, bringing it up for Stang. On the wing it goes. Quinn Pine, big goal against Dartmouth in the Christmas tournament this year, taken away by Dartmouth, and they'll collect. Back they come the other way. Puck flipped in, cross corner, bounces around. Here's Seamus Marshall for Bishop Stang. Bringing it out for the Spartans. Pass out across. Puck goes deep into the corner. That's Beck. Tyler Beck into the corner. Looking to move out of the corner. Tries to throw it in front. It is deflected wide by the Dartmouth defense. And behind the net. Teams jockeying for position. Big hit on the boards that time by Aiden Simmons. And now the Indians bring it out. Kai Andrade winding up for Dartmouth. Puck in the skates. Back it goes. Here is Nate Moniz. Intercepted here by the Indians. Stolen and cleared right back out there by Bishop Stang. That was Tyler Beck. Team's just kind of feeling the opponent out a little bit, I think, Andrew.
Yeah, a little bit of up and down action here. Nothing too crazy, but we'll see how it develops.
You mentioned Reed Martin playing as a forward, now a defenseman. Here we go. Is a wrist shot, and that is deflected wide that time by Nate Moniz. Puck behind the net. Matt Dorey between the pipes for Stang. As we said, Ashton Machado for the Indians. Puck bounces out to center ice. Indians try to break, can't do it. Stang has it now. Puck slid down here by Devin Beck. Stopped behind the net by Ashton Machado. Boy, the first goal of this game really, I mean, you say that all the time in any hockey game, but seems like particularly in this one as the play is offside. You can get that early momentum, get the other team on the ropes. That's always big.
For sure. I mean, it's a game of momentum, really. So when you start off on the right foot, you know, it's easy to kind of open the floodgates and keep going, keep pushing, you know. But this is one of those games where, you know, it really does feel like anything can happen. So, you know, we'll see what happens here.
Doc Purcell's talking about before the game, hey, we're expecting a one-goal game because that's what it always turns out to be. So we'll see if that remains the case as Damian Medeiros gets hit by Seamus Marshall. J.C. Freites in the corner up against Jack Jedry. Puck cleared back down in the corner. Centering pass by Aiden Cruz. That's blocked. Now a quick centering pass. Burt got a stick on it. Seamus Marshall flips it out. And here's a chance here for Justin Govea. And hops over its stick at center ice as Quinn Pine was breaking down the right wing.
Tough little bounce there for Justin Govea, but...
There's a glove save by Matt Dorey off the stick of Damian Medeiros.
You know, it was kind of a tough pass there to handle, and nice little cut to the slot there. Takes a shot on the goalie glove side. Goalie saw it the whole way through. That's Matt Dorey. So nice save by him. But getting back to Justin Govea there, just a tough pass a little bit behind him, overskated it a little bit. You know, nothing too bad resulted from it. So we'll see how the play continues to develop.
Kai Andrade couldn't get it past Aiden Cousineau. Now a chance here for Kai Andrade. It's bounced out that time by Devin Beck. Puck at center ice, slides in here on Matt Dorey. Bishop Stang with two terrific senior goaltenders. What a problem to have. Bennett getting most of the action early in the season. Matt Dorey picking it up here toward the end of the season, but Ken Govea can go to each of these senior goaltenders and know that he's got a solid player between the pipes.
Certainly a good problem to have.
Most of the time teams are, you know, struggling in that area, but both teams have great players between the pipes tonight. And on the Dartmouth side, a young freshman who's also done a great job is Moniz. Leaves the pass. There's a shot saved by Dorey. That was a good look at the net. As John Bichot got a shot on net. Now the puck is stolen away here. Here comes Nate Moniz. Back the other way, slides it down. This is the first time you have brothers playing against each other in this rivalry. Nate Moniz for Stang and Evan Moniz for Dartmouth.
It was a nice read there by Doré on that shot from B-Show. He kind of just recognized it was coming right towards his chest, got down, tried to limit the rebound. It was a good play there.
Indians breaking out, but it's 1-on-3. Puck collected by Ryan Barrows, and out the center ice it goes. Here's Reed Martin. Reed Martin goes hard down the right wing, trying to get the puck in his skate. Taken away by Noah Gregson. Pass up ahead to Eli Ikella. Stopped here by Luke Caniff, and he slides it back down to the Bishop Stang end. Matt Burke. He is one of the leading pair defensemen here for Bishop Stang. Moving it up the right wing. Aiden Cruz now for the Indians. Seamus Marshall puts him down against the boards. Centering pass here by J.C. Freites. Almost took a favorable bounce in the slot, but Doré had it covered. Here's Reed Martin. Martin across. Down the low post they play. One timer off of the stick of Cruz doesn't work. Now Reed Martin at the point. Martin with a shot. And that goes wide of the net as Damian Davis tried to get a stick on it. That's a shot. Glove save off the stick of Luke Caniff.
Awesome puck movement here from Dartmouth High. They're just moving it around, it seems like, with ease. A little bit of a defensive zone breakdown there from Stang. Matt Doré with flashing the leather on the glove side there made a great stop there and stops the flurry. Hopefully they can win the defensive zone face-off and get it out quick here.
Quinn Pine taking the face-off for Bishop Stang against Luke Caniff. Cullen Larrabee, and the puck is slid down to the Dartmouth end. Ashton Machado up on the wing looking for Kai Andre. Jack Jedry on the forecheck. Puck to the slot area, but it's skated away here by the Indians. To the offensive end it goes. Here's Josh Nelson. Kick save. Rebound. Another stop by Doré on the rebound. As going hard to the net was Nick Howarth.
Yep, Nelson does exactly what you want to do here. He cut over the side, takes a shot low to the opposite leg, and then has that big juicy rebound. Fortunately for Stang, they were able to analyze that rebound, jump on it, and make sure that the goalie was able to cover it up there. Good play by Stang.
Howard to the net. Score! Colin Larrabee! 1-0 Dartmouth.
Well, it looks like the Dartmouth player just lost control of it at the top of the circle, and Colin Larrabee kind of just picks it up, turns around and throws it on net. That's a tough look there for Matt Doré, the senior goaltender for Stang. But just great awareness there from Dartmouth to get that puck on net, find the puck in the crowd, turn around, just throw it on net. In these types of games, you want to get as many shots on goalie as possible. So just a great play there.
Well, the Indians had really been carrying the play for the last few minutes, getting shots on Matt Doré, and this time they find the back of the net, and they have the 1-0 lead.
Really tough as a goaltender to adjust there.
What a deke! Glove save by Doré off the stick of J.C. Freites.
Oh, J.C. Freites here, the beautiful toe drag, has some great hands, was able to cut right to the middle, but didn't have the greatest angle. Matt Doré was able to snag that up. What I was saying about Doré before is that when you have those instances where a player just gets the puck at the top of the circle with their back to the net, you don't exactly expect a shot there. So that's a difficult shot for Doré to stop.
Quinn Pine gets to the Justin Gouveia, shot deflected wide. High rebound, Burt couldn't get it. Here comes J.C. Freites again for the Indians. Freites with a nice turn. Back to the high slot. Down low it goes, bouncing puck in the slot. Damian Medeiros couldn't get it. Follow up by the Indians. Medeiros overskates it, and now Gouveia. Gouveia looking for Quinn Pine. He's got some open ice. Pine with a shot wide of the net. Gouveia now with a rebound. And the shot bounces to the far corner. Bishop Stang taking a couple of slap shots from the wing on those last couple of trips into the offensive end.
Yeah, a little frustration from that early goal from Dartmouth, and you can see it. They're trying to get the shots on net right away. And that's what you got to do in these types of games. Get right back to basics, get the shots on net to the goalie. Good things happen with good opportunities.
John Bisho just gets laid out by, I believe that was Aiden Simmons. And a return hit that time by number 8. That's James Sharrier. Now out of the corner, Pine getting a stick on it was senior Josh Nelson, and he actually deflects the shot of Tyler Beck up and out of play.
And as you can see, that a direct result from that first goal. The physical play is already picked up. More shots are being fired from the Stang side. You can already see the differences in the game just by that early momentum swing.
Face off. Trying to get possession. There's a shot wide of Machado. On the forecheck there, that was Aiden Simmons, but back come the Indians. Puck goes deep into the corner. Kayandre pass out in front. Great save by Doré on Nick Howarth. Oh, Doré went post to post and robbed him.
It looked like Howarth couldn't really get the one-timer off on there. He kind of had to settle it for a second. Gave Doré just enough time to slide over and make that save.
Here's a wrist shot through. Glove save by Doré as Reed Martin got one down from the blue line.
This is exactly what you want to do if you're Reed Martin. You want to take low shots from the point. Give your teammates opportunities to collect that garbage and try to get it in. Here's a second look there where I believe it was Nick Howarth was trying to collect it when I was talking about earlier on the one-time. He tried to get the one-timer off, wasn't able to. He had to catch it and then try to get it on net. Again, it gave Doré just enough time to come over and make that save.
Face off Seamus Marshall for Bishop Stang. Jack Jedre looking for Pine. He takes it off the boards. Pine, cross looking for Govea. Too far ahead. Collected here by J.C. Freites. Pass through the neutral zone. Here come the Indians, and the play is offside. As Aiden Cruz is breaking into the offensive end, it looks like Damian Medeiros was in over the line.
Tough offside call there. I don't know. It didn't really look offside from this angle, but I guess that's why we're up here and they're down there, right?
Well, Dory's given up a goal so far. Down at the other end, I'm not sure Ashton Machado's really seen any kind of significant shot, which is a good thing in a way, but you talk to goaltenders sometimes, they think, well, I'd like to get a couple of, easy ones just to get a feel for the puck.
Yeah, definitely. And, I'm sure he got a bunch of those in the warm-up too, so I'm sure he's feeling ready to go. It's a mind game when you're a goaltender in these types of games, so I'm sure with experience in the previous Stang games that he'll be just fine moving forward.
J.C. Freites gets into the Stang end. Seamus Marshall into the right wing corner. Can't clear the zone. Kept in here by Sherry here, who gets knocked down. Behind Dory it goes. Aiden Cruz digs it out for the Indians. Back to Martin. Martin with a high shot. It goes right over the crossbar. There's another centering pass. Intercepted here by Matt Burt. Couldn't clear the zone. Indians continuing to put pressure on. Martin at the point. Plays it down here for John Bichot. Behind the net, the Indians continuing to keep the territorial play. Marshall around the other side. Here's Jedry, and now Stang breaks back the other way. Quinn Pine flips it high over Machado. Reed Martin goes behind to get it. Moniz can't get it. Out to center ice it goes. Played right back down there by Noah Grigson. Stopped by Machado behind the net. 5:49 to go here in a fast-moving first period. Indians look to move it out. Wing to wing it goes. Hops over the stick of Evan Moniz. Behind the net, Grigson for Bishop Stang. Plays it up. Ryan Barrows. Indians try to keep it in. They do. To the slot. Wrist shot. Hey, went off the back of one of the Stang players. Score on the rebound! Nick Howarth.
Oh, another fortunate turn of events for Dartmouth there. There's a blocked shot, and Matt Doré doesn't really see it again. And again, a Dartmouth player just kind of picks it up in that middle circle area there, more so towards the slot this time. But again, that's a tough stop for the goaltender to make. The player just gets the puck on his stick, and before you know it, it's already coming at you, and you don't even really know what's happened. Just an unfortunate turn of events there for Stang.
And a tough bounce there from Matt Doré, as you said, the way the puck kind of landed right on Howarth, and then he fluttered it. Looked like right over his shoulder, and it just kind of nicked the crossbar and went down. A real, almost impossible stop. As a couple of players go down here at center ice. 5 minutes to go in the first. The Indians still on the attack. Centering pass. Puck bounces near the net. Oh, went off the body of Luke Caniff. Quinn Pine.
Good things happen when you get the pucks towards the net. And as you can see right there, another big opportunity for Dartmouth.
Marshall up to Tyler Beck. Kept in here by Josh Nelson. That's Colin Larrabee and Beck tangling just inside the blue line. Seamus Marshall backhands it out through center ice. Aiden Cousineau picking up Beck. But the Indians collect. Back they come. The Dartmouth green into the offensive end. Aiden Cruz couldn't get it out to the slot area. Gets knocked down. And Aiden Cousineau brings it out for Stang. Aiden Simmons into the offensive end. Simmons to the slot. Simmons with a shot. Taken away by Reed Martin. Nice defensive play as J.C. Freites comes back the other way. Hops over his stick. Stolen here by Seamus Marshall. 2-on-1 with Jedry. Marshall across, saved by Machado.
That's the right play there. If you're Marshall, you don't really feel like you can get the pass out to your teammate over there. So just take a shot on the opposite side leg, right on the pad there, and try to get that juicy rebound for your teammate.
Marshall, a Quinn Pine. Now Jack Jedry into the offensive end. Puck bouncing at the circle, taken away by the Indians. Counterattack by Dartmouth. To the circle, wrist shot, blocked in front that time by Devin Beck. Off the stick of Jim Charrier. Several players moving the puck along. Moniz gets a backhander off. Chipped away that time by Nate Moniz. They play it back to the point. Down low it goes, Moniz. Lets it go around. Charrier. Bichot. Now a shot through, loose in the slot. Oh, it is skated away by Jedry, who got knocked down in the slot. I think he tripped over one of his teammates, and now it's Justin Gouveia back the other way. Gouveia banks it down. Stopped by Machado. Took a fortuitous bounce out in front of the net for Stang, but the Indians come back the other way. Howarth. It's drilled that time by Noah Gregson. Pine looking to come out with it. Nate Moniz digging it out. And now Pine. Pine through the neutral ice area. Justin Gouveia, one of the co-captains. Back it goes, that was Moniz. And now it's Dartmouth. Nice deke at the slot area. Wrist shot, bouncing puck. Stopped here by Grigson, and Grigson will ice it for Bishop Stang to relieve the pressure. Well, the Indians have definitely carried the play so far with 2:14 to go in the first.
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to be icing it in that type of situation. Sure, you want to get it out of your zone, but you get the puck on your stick. It looks like you got a few seconds to kind of figure it out. And you know, this is what I was talking about earlier when the nerves kind of come into play. You get the puck on your stick. There's a little bit of a flurry in your defensive zone. You just throw it out there without even really kind of looking around and thinking. That's just reacting.
Aiden Cruz wins the faceoff. Here's Freites, save, blocker that time by Dore. Damian Medeiros to the slot. Freites couldn't get the shot off as he was checked by Aiden Simmons. Now Reed Martin, wrist shot through, blocked in front by Aiden Simmons. 2 minutes left in the period.
Yeah, Stang players knew where Damian Medeiros was going with that one. They had like 3 players on J.C. Freites on the off wing over there. So good defensive play by Stang to just be all over and make sure he doesn't get that shot off there.
Seamus Marshall clearing it out. No icing as Reed Martin got a piece of it. Minute and a half to go here in period number 1. And this play is going to be offside. Face-off coming up outside the Dartmouth Indian blue line. Well, they say the third goal is the biggest one, and if Stang can get it, a lot of what you've seen here can be nullified, get back into the game. On the other hand, Dartmouth, you got to look at it positively. As Coach Capello, you see him on the bench. He has to be happy with the way his team has just come out on fire here against Stang.
For sure, but Stang is undefeated for a reason. They're a well-disciplined team. They're well-coached. So, again, they say the 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. So we'll see if Stang can bounce back here, late in the first, maybe by a goal here, or maybe at the beginning of the second.
Now here's Gouveia. Martin takes it away. He slides it down. It's going to go on net. And fortunate there for Dartmouth as they'll get the offensive zone face-off right down near goaltender Dore with 1:21 to go in the first. Tell you that Dore, he's right down below us. I'm thinking, wow, he's a tall gentleman. He covers a lot of the net there.
Yeah, for sure.
Puck goes across the crease. Quinn Pine looking for Jedry. Backhands it across. Justin Gouveia into the offensive end against Reed Martin. Martin plays it around. Kai Andrade chips it out to center ice with a minute to go in the first. That's Cousineau. Actually, that's Devin Beck. Again, it's going to be icing against Bishop Stang with just under a minute to go in the first. Well, it's been definitely an enjoyable period, and Dartmouth has come out to play. And you said before the game, like if you're the team that wants to, put that first loss in the opponent's loss column, Here's your chance as Nelson gets a shot. It's blocked.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you can, it's when you watch sports for a long time, it's something you kind of see before. You see the team that lost the previous game. You can see the team that's undefeated. You see the team that wants to come in and beat the undefeated team. They're playing with a little bit more fire to start off. So these are things that are pretty normal here.
30 seconds left in the period. As you pointed out, though, Stang's not undefeated for nothing.
Oh, 100%.
I can see them coming back and having the Indians on their heels at some point in this game.
Sure. Of course, I was just speaking of, in terms of momentum and the story of it all, so to speak.
10 seconds left in the period. The puck is down behind Dore. The officials are going to let the clock run down as neither team is able to dig it out. Look at that scrum in the corner. And that's going to do it for the first period. Dartmouth leading 2-0. First goal by Cullen Larrabee, picking up a rebound out in front and getting it to the back of the net. Then Nick Howarth also with the rebound, a bouncing puck backhander that he manages to get behind Dore. So your thoughts on the period? Clearly, period by period we'll call it. This one certainly is a Dartmouth Indian period.
Yeah, and you could see, they did a good job of possessing the puck, as I mentioned before the game. I'm looking to see which team is able to kind of possess the puck and dictate the pace of the game. And I think Dartmouth's come out and done a really good job of that right away. No doubt Stang had a couple chances there. And again, I'm sure they're going to go in there. They're going to regroup. Again, they're a very, very well-coached team, very, very disciplined team. Again, they're undefeated for a reason. And I have no doubt in my mind that this game is still a type of game that's going to come down to the finish.
All right, we're glad to have you looking in here on Dartmouth Community Television, Dartmouth Community Media. And for those watching live on YouTube, we understand a lot of families who are either down in sunny Florida or perhaps in the Midwest. We know there was a family from St. Louis, grandparents and so forth, people in the area not able to get out to Headland. You're able to watch it live right here, and we're very happy to provide that service for you right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Again, at the end of one, it's 2-0 Dartmouth. We have the second period coming up next right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Second period about to begin here at a loud Headland Arena. Dartmouth and Stang. The Indians lead 2-0. Paul Santos and Andrew Santos on Dartmouth Community Media, YouTube Live, and Dartmouth Community Television. All set for the face-off between Aiden Cruz and Jack Jedry. And here we go.
We can see how Stang can respond here. It looks like all the bench is all fired up. You already got players slamming their sticks against the boards at the beginning of the period. So let's see how the gameplay develops here.
Damian Madera centering pass, saved by Dore. 15 seconds into the period, the Indians get a good look at the net. Goals in the first period, Cullen Larrabee and Nick Howarth, both on Dartmouth's second line, as the Indians have the 2-0 lead. Yes, that is going to be the story, I think, of the second period, right? Obviously, Stang can get that goal, cut it to 2-1. Their fans will start going wild, and the Indians, of course, will be working to prevent that from happening as Gouveia gets the shot down on Machado, but the play was offside. There's Ashton Machado. Hasn't seen as much rubber as Matt Dore, but has made the saves he's had to so far. And expect certainly more of an offensive onslaught as this game goes along. The Dartmouth Stang offense is certainly not going to be prevented from getting shots on net all game long.
Yep, what a season Ashton Machado has had thus far.
Quinn Pine behind the net. Back behind the net for the Indians. For the Stang Spartans, rather. Centering pass by Beck. Stick the side there by Josh Nelson. Now it's played behind by Machado. Behind Machado, I should say. Taking the hit that time is John Bichot. Now Luke Caniff plays it up to Nick Howarth. Too far ahead of him, and is going to be icing, and a face-off down here in front of Ashton Machado. Just the sophomore between the pipes for the Indians. Take a look at some of those Dartmouth players coming out. Cullen Larrabee, the senior, getting that first goal to get the Indians on board. Nick Howarth with the second goal. Face off to the right of Machado. Behind the net, the Indians. Stang looking to come out of the corner with a backhander through the goal mouth by Aiden Simmons, and he almost surprised Machado there. There's a wrist shot through, high and wide of the net. Couple of good looks there by Stang as the puck is iced.
Yeah, Simmons just looking for that kind of tuck in in the post there, but Machado made a nice save, got his pad right over, was able to stop it. But those are the types of plays you want to make. Get the puck to the net, put a shot on net. A scrum develops, anything can happen. The puck can squirt out. Those are the types of plays you want to be making in these types of games.
Aiden Cruz against Noah Grigson. Stang in the left wing corner. Looking to move it out in front. Couldn't do it. Puck still in the Dartmouth defensive end. Aiden Cruz being bothered by Ryan Barrows, as the puck is moved out. Here comes J.C. Freitz with a break for Dartmouth. Freitz moving in quickly to the net, backhander. And it's stopped that time by Dory with the help of Seamus Marshall.
Freitz showcasing his speed there, just dances right around him and is able to cut right to the front. The great save there by Dore.
Marshall comes in, and a great stop by Machado back at the other end of the rink.
Yep, right after that opportunity, J.C. Freitz comes right back the other way. Marshall he almost like swipes it with one hand on the stick and somehow gets that off. They don't ask how, they ask how many, right? Shots on goal right there.
All right. We had some great DJ music in between here, including some of that classic hockey organ music mixed in with all different kinds of music. Says Howarth moves it out in front. We'll talk about that in just a moment. There's a wrist shot through, tipped in front, saved by Dore. Score! It gets past Dore. It's a 3-0 lead.
Well, again, we talk about getting the shots on net. Again, Reed Martin throws it at the net, keeps it low, and then it bounces right over to Nick Howarth, who just puts it in for his second of the night, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like it was either him or Larrabee. I think we can give it to Howarth, though. I was thinking the same thing you were thinking. So it's a 3-0 lead for the Indians, something you rarely see in this rivalry, either team leading by 3 goals, but the Indians have just come out like a house of fire, and they have the lead with 3 minutes played here in the second period.
if you're Stang, you really want to try to find that rebound in front of the net, that, deadwood as they call it, or that garbage in front, and just get it out of there. Get the puck into any other spot except for in front of the net. I know things happen very quickly. On the first couple of goals, it was like a block shot and then bang, shot on net. Block shot, bang, shot on net. With that one, it was kind of a flutter from the point, and then a couple of seconds, the puck was kind of there, and you want to really get that out if you're Stang.
We're about to mention that thundering sound of the DJ who's doing an outstanding job here today. You know this gentleman.
Yeah, that's Mr. Mello, works at the Bedford High with me. A veteran of the DJing arts, as they would say. But it's great that he's here. It adds to the experience for the kids, makes them really feel like they're in an NHL game. Obviously they don't get the music in between the whistles at every other regular season game. So to have him here for this is fantastic for the kids.
He was telling us in between periods, head coach Ken Gouveia, Bishop Stang, asked him to do that. He was happy to do so. And he's playing the music in between the face-offs and in between the whistles.
Yeah,
here tonight.
A great thing to do as a coach. You always have your players in mind for these types of experiences, because they're well aware, I'm sure, as the players may not be, that time goes by quick, and you only get these events every so often in your life. So very nice thing to do there by Coach Gouveia.
Behind the net in the offensive end, but the puck is taken away here by Dartmouth's John Bichot. Out through center ice. Collision here at center ice, as Aiden Cousineau on the receiving end of that. Simmons down low, Bishop Stang. Cousineau taken away here. Jim Charrier knocks down Aiden Simmons. Stopped here by the Dartmouth Indians. Josh Nelson couldn't clear the zone behind the net. Cullen Larrabee moves the puck down. At center ice, each team jockeying for position. Hops over the stick of Nick Howarth. Puck bounces down. Behind the net, stopped by Machado. On the forecheck for Stang, it's Eli Akella. Rickson couldn't get a shot off for Stang. And now Kai Andrade breaks down with Howarth. Centering pass to Howarth. Great save by Dore. Another opportunity there. Now here's Martin. Martin with a shot. That goes over the crossbar.
What a play there in the defensive zone by Kai Andrade to just barrel through those two Stang players and just take the puck away. He's saying, my puck, my puck. Took it, went right down, had an incredible opportunity, and more opportunities that stem from that initial play by Kai Andrade.
Meanwhile, Ikella and Kai Andrade tangling up along the boards.
Yes, here he is. Sends it in front. Oh, what a feed. Right on the backhand, tries to sneak it in on the opposite wing post. He's just unable to get it in there. And then right after that, Reed Martin gets it at the point, walks right in through the slot, and just sails it right over the net.
Face off now to the right of Ashton Machado. Centering pass. Nice play that time by Dartmouth J.C. Freights. Chipped that one out of the dangerous area right there in front of the slot. Now Stang moving it up the wing. Jack Jedre on the forecheck. Bishop Stang trying to move it across. Reed Martin plays it right down behind the net. Stopped here by Stang as Jedre. Stolen centering pass over the stick of the goaltender there by J.C. Freights. Big hit along the boards delivered that time by Justin Gouveia.
And something that I don't believe we mentioned, it looks like Braden Bennett is actually in net now for the Spartans.
Well, the puck cleared down. As we said, both goaltenders have had very nice years here for Bishop Stang. Perhaps not Dore's night, so head coach Gouveia making the switch to Bennett. I know there was a game earlier in the season where the reverse happened against Nantucket. Bennett had kind of a slow start, got behind 3-0, and what happened? Stang came back and ended up with a 3-3 tie. So we'll see what happens.
So this is nothing new for Stang. They've been in this type of situation before. So, and then there's plenty of time on the board here. So just keep pushing through, keep giving in that effort, and everything else will come.
Puck down in the right wing corner. The Indians can't collect. Here comes Aiden Simmons. Stopped here by Luke Caniff.
Nice hit on Simmons by Charrier there. Knocks him right off the puck, and now we got the possession. We're coming back the other way.
John Bichot down behind the net. Indians. Larrabee. Behind the net, the Indians coming out of the corner with it. Shot. Blocked in front. Stang back out through the neutral zone. Chance for them. Stopped here by the Indians. Here comes Cullen Larrabee. Larrabee to the net. Crowd cheering those dekes as he moved to the middle.
Yeah, just dancing through there. Pulls off the first couple of dekes and just can't get his one hand on that last deke there. But a couple of nifty moves in there by Cullen Larrabee.
Behind the net, the Indians. Nelson moves it up along the wing. Damian Medeiros goes wing to wing. Here comes Freites. Freites couldn't move it in front. A diving block that time by Seamus Marshall, a defenseman. Freites looking to move it in front. Blocked again by Marshall. Bishop Stang through the neutral zone. Here comes Freites taking over for the Indians. Playing it across. Reed Martin now for Dartmouth. Long pass ahead. Here's Damian Medeiros. Medeiros to the net. He scores! What a pass and what a goal.
Incredible. What a pass. Was that Reed Martin with the pass? Damian Medeiros with the unbelievable finish, but that play all just starts from that unbelievable look on the back end there. What a pass.
And how about Medeiros with the finish, flying through the air as the puck goes behind Bennett.
Yeah, it was Reed Martin on the back end. Look at that look. He sees his teammate Damian Medeiros cut into the middle, and he sees that he has his open. You can see the tape of his stick right there, right in the middle, like right above the slot area there, right above the blue line. Hits him tape to tape, walks right in. Backhand, forehand, goal. Dartmouth up 4-0.
And a timeout called by Coach Gouveia as the Bishop Stang Spartans are trying to regroup.
I think that whole last shift there is just a testament to how much chemistry these young players have developed over the years to get playing together. J.C. Freites, Damian Medeiros, Aiden Cruz. There was a play on the boards earlier. There was a nice breakout by Dartmouth where Damian Medeiros just got the puck, and without even looking, he just fired it all the way to the other end of the boards to J.C. Freites. He didn't even really look at him, and it was a tape-to-tape pass. And they went in, and they had a couple opportunities there. And you really start to notice those things, and as you start to watch these players a little bit more, is that chemistry that they seem to have. They already know where they're going to be on the ice, where all their teammates are going to be on the ice. It's like they got eyes on the back of their heads. They know all their tendencies, all the spots where they want to be.
Yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to get a Cracker Jack staff there in the truck to rewind that back just a little bit to see that pass by Reed Martin from our view here in the end zone, where you could really see him picking up Medeiros. I mean, these kids have been playing together for years and years, and he just put it right on the stick. And what a finish by Medeiros. That was a highlight reel goal. He's flying through the air, and I can see all the arms going up behind the net.
Yeah.
There's a shot. Breaks off the glove of Machado, but he got enough of it on the shot by Gouveia. As Gouveia with a blistering shot to the far corner. The Indians trying to get the puck out of the zone. Can't do it. Out to center ice it goes. And Seamus Marshall takes control. And it slides down. 7:15 to go into second period. John Bichot for Dartmouth. Seamus Marshall now for Bishop Stang. Tell you, it's been, I don't have the record books in front of me, but it's got to be like 15 years or something since I remember either one of these teams having a 4-0 lead. Most of the time, you're lucky to have a 2-goal lead, and most of the time it's a 1-goal lead. Here's Gouveia. Bothered by Josh Nelson as he couldn't cut to the middle. Gouveia delivers the hit that time on Luke Caniff.
And Gouveia showing a little bit of fire there. Thought he should have had a call. Didn't. Went over, made a nice hit, a good defensive play, and then makes a nice change.
Matt Burt behind the net. Bishop Stang, Kyle Cousineau. Cousineau up against Aiden Cruz. Back to Nelson. Nelson with a drive. Saved by Bennett. Bennett got a good look at that one all the way through. Jack Gentry behind the net. Bouncing puck. Oh, Bennett looking behind him, but Bennett manages to reach back with a glove and cover up.
Yep, J.C. Freight just kind of collects it right from behind the net. Can't really do much, but he tries to shove it 5-hole, and it actually almost sneaks through, which would have been, very, very unfortunate for Stang. But fortunately, Braden Bennett was able to get his pad on it and make the stop.
Bennett gloves that one on the shot from Josh Nelson with 6:05 to go in period number 2. Faceoff will be to the left of Bennett. J.C. Freights plays it down deep. Behind the net, the Indian centering pass. Nelson bounces it down in the right wing corner. Freights centering pass. Madera said follow the puck behind the net, and now staying the other way. Aiden Simmons down on Machado. And Machado will cover up, and a faceoff will be coming up. Well, both teams will be playing in the state tournament. Dartmouth in Division 2 this year. After many, many years in Division 3, Stang remains in Division 3, so they can't meet in the playoffs. But both teams should have home games here at Headland. And there's no South Sectional tournament anymore. I was talking to both coaching staffs before the game, and they say that's good and bad at the same time. Bad because you like having that South tournament. But on the other hand, if you have a couple of teams in the South that are strong, you want them to be playing somewhere else, not in the South. So
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you just got to show up and play. All
right.
that other stuff, you can kind of throw it out the window. As long as you're showing up and you're playing your game on the big day, that's the most important thing.
Aiden Simmons right now up against Luke Caniff. Oh, and Aiden Simmons gets dropped here at the blue line, and there's an elbowing penalty coming up against Nick Howarth.
Yeah, nice job by Stang there to stay disciplined.
First penalty of the game.
The hit by Howarth on, I believe, Simmons there. Pretty high, kind of right to the face there. Pretty dirty hit, but again, you can see the discipline by Bishop Stang. A couple players, you see that, and you want to retaliate, and you can see it on their face and in their body language, but they chose not to do it.
So let's see if Stang can capitalize here. They do have a very, very potent power play led by those big guns there, Justin Gover, Jack Jedry, Quinn Pine.
A lot of seniors. Let's see if they can possess the puck, move it around, get a couple of good looks here.
Seamus Marshall. And Beck. Tyler Beck. So here we go. Here's the faceoff. An important kill. Marshall. Down to Gover. Gover, spin move. Plays it across, and it goes out to center ice. Marshall has to recollect. First penalty of the game. Doesn't mean that it hasn't been physical. The officials have been letting them play, but it's been a clean physical game.
Yep.
Good passing, centering pass right across the goal mouth. Gover down to Jedry. Jedry back to Gover. Gover across to Marshall. Marshall moving in. Marshall with a shot high and wide of the net as Jedry was cutting in looking for a tip. Gover across to Marshall. Marshall with a one-timer. That goes wide. Jedry looking to get some screen there in front of Machado, but the Indians get it and ice it. Stang really likes to set up.
Yep. After the first minute, coach is electing to keep the big studs out there.
Reed Martin couldn't collect. Beck's shot goes wide of the net. And Josh Nelson clears it out as he gets hit by Tyler Beck.
That's just a classic good old hockey play right there. Take the hit to make the play. Great play there by Josh Nelson.
Puck is cleared down there by Reed Martin. You saw Mattis Carrero. He just lost an edge there at a chopped up blue line on the ice. Here's Quinn Pine. Pine with a shot over the crossbar. The rebound bounces into the slot. And they clear it out. Oh, the rebound right down in front of us over the net. Back down into the slot and skated away by the Indians, luckily.
Oh, that's a goalie's worst nightmare, isn't it? Bouncing right off the glass, right off the top of the net, and it looked like it almost hit him in the back, and then it was bouncing around right in his crease. What a crazy bounce that was.
Puck is cleared down by J.C. Freites. Only a few seconds left on the power play. We have a cross-checking penalty behind the play. Let's see who's going to the box.
Looks like the penalty is going to be...
Well, here's the replay of that puck bouncing off the glass.
Yeah, it looks like the penalty is going to be on Stang.
That's Eli Ikella.
Ikella. And I believe it was on Reed Martin. I saw Reed Martin skating out of the defensive zone. His helmet was like, the chin and part of his helmet was on his forehead. He had his hands up, so I'm assuming the penalty was committed on him. My eyes were elsewhere.
All right, so in 7 seconds, after 4-on-4 for 7 seconds, Dartmouth will get a power play. Josh Nelson slides it down. Marshall all the way around for Bishop Stang. Wing to wing it goes. Stang looking to fall back here to kill off some time as the Indians are now on the power play and they clear it down. So let's see what the Indians' power play can do. The Indians are up 4-0, but on the power play, here comes Damian Medeiros. Medeiros to the middle. Medeiros tried to cut to the net. Couldn't do it. Dartmouth sets up in the offensive end. In the right wing corner, a backhander across. Here's J.C. Freites for Dartmouth. Behind the net. Medeiros out in front. Shot. Goes behind the net. Now a backhand across. Taken away by Govea. Govea shorthanded. Looking to move behind Martin. Martin delivers the hip check. Govea looking for an interference call because Martin did change position quite a bit, and he does get the interference penalty.
Oh, they're going to give it to him.
You can move a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, you see that happen a lot. But, you know, the way that the play actually turns out, it depends. It depends on how far the player moves away from the puck when they're trying to chip it by and get around them. And it looked like Reed Martin moved just enough for the ref to bring up the arm and call it.
It almost looked like he wasn't going to call it, and Govea was looking at the ref, and the ref was looking back at him, and then he called it.
Yep, so a fortuitous turn of events here for Stang, as they now are going to be 4-4 for a minute, and then they're going to have another power play for another minute. So if they can muster up a goal here, that would be huge.
So Bishop Stang moving into the offensive end. Puck cleared around. As Andrew said, 4-on-4 right now on the ice. Behind Machado, here comes Caniff. Across to J.C. Freites. Here's Freites. Wing to wing. Long pass up ahead. Nick Howarth got a piece of it, preventing the icing. Dartmouth coming out of the corner. That's Larrabee. Plays it back to the other side. Here is Howarth. These guys have had a big game tonight here on that Dartmouth second line. Bouncing puck. Intercepted here by Bishop Stang, and here they come. Long pass through the neutral zone. Stopped here by Freites.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You know, Nick Howarth, Mr. in the right spot at the right time tonight for sure. Puck landed right on his stick at two huge opportunities and able to bury a couple of them. Responsible for a couple of those Dartmouth goals here at the end of the second.
And Cullen Larrabee, the other one on that same line. And then Damian Medeiros getting the fourth goal on that terrific pass from Reed Martin.
Yep. Just an all-around great effort from Dartmouth so far. They're not letting up. You know, they're continuing to go at them. And, you know, that's what you want to see if you're Coach Capello or Coach Rose. You want to see your players keep pushing. Because, you know, it's that 1 second you let up, you're playing a great opponent.
Here's Aiden Cruz. Short-handed. Intercepted, and back comes Stang. Stang on the power play right now for the next 40 seconds or so. Puck went up and out of play. And a face-off will be coming up. You see that a lot of times. The player in the penalty box is instructed to go straight to the bench. He skated right by the puck. And, of course, he's supposed to do that. But there was a 2-on-1 coming down the ice.
Yeah, fortunately for Dartmouth, you know, Aiden Cruz, he tried to make the big dangle there. It looked like he almost had an odd man rush develop, and he tries to go for the big dangle, and then that gives the Spartans possession right away, and then you had an odd man rush the other way, and fortunately the puck just bounced out of play there, but it could have gotten ugly really quick.
Marshall. Reshot through. Kick save by Machado. And on the counterattack, here's Larrabee. Larrabee runs into two Bishop Stang players. One of them is Beck.
Unfortunate play for Pine there. He's just trying to find the puck in his skate, and then he just loses his edge and falls down.
10 seconds left on the Stang power play. Indians couldn't clear. Nice move. Save on Gendry. Another great stop by Machado.
What a save by Machado. Are you kidding me? Look at this Toey. Comes in close. It looks like it hits his pad, then it hits the Dartmouth player's shin guard, and Machado is able to react to that and get the glove on it. Unbelievable stop.
And the players are congratulating Machado on that great stop.
Because they know what a crucial moment that was. If that goes in, that changes the entire outlook of the third period. That's why it's always good to have a great goaltender on your back end. Moments like that right there.
Last 30 of the second period. Caniff out to Howarth. Oh, to play offside. Face-off coming up just outside the Bishop Stang blue line. 20 seconds to go in the period. Well, a couple of goals in the first period, a couple of goals in the second period. See if the Indians can hang on in period number 3, or will Stang have a ferocious comeback. I'm sure they're going to throw everything they have at the Indians here in period number 3.
And I don't know who that was for Stang, but who had the toe drag in the slot there. What a great play by him.
Yeah, I believe it was Gendry. I think it was Jack Gendry.
Unbelievable patience. In that situation, especially when you're down 4 in the third, as soon as you get the puck in the slot, you're ripping that on net. But to have that patience to go around that defender, that was unbelievable. It was a great play by him, too.
Especially where you're behind 4-0, where you're thinking, just get it on net, just get it on net. But you have the wherewithal to know that, you do want to make the deke and make the play to finish the goal off.
Right, that was such a smooth move there.
Indians with a chance in the closing seconds of the second period. Here's Martin. To the net it goes, and the buzzer sounds, ending period number 2. And just like period number 1, the Indians have continued to dominate against previously undefeated Bishop Stang.
Yeah, you see the effort. Stang is, they're still putting everything they have into it. Unfortunately, they just fell behind a little early there. A couple of rebound goals, turnaround shot, that little strange little flutter puck over the shoulder there of Matt Doré, and then ever since couple more opportunities for Dartmouth. Great stretch pass there by Reed Martin to Damian Medeiros. It's been a great game so far. A lot of up and down action, but Dartmouth for sure dictating the pace of the game, controlling the puck. And they're in the lead, 4-0.
All right, well, again, we thank you for watching here on DCTV, Dartmouth Community Media, YouTube Live. And as Andrew said, it's 4-0 Dartmouth at the end of 2. We have period number 3 coming up next, right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Third period action about to begin. Dartmouth leading Stang 4-0. Let's take a look at the action from the first two periods.
Here's the first goal here. Shot on net by Larrabee. And we have the second block shot, rebound, Nick Howarth. Third goal again, rebound, Howarth. And then last goal, stretch pass, Martin to Medeiros, tape to tape, forehand, backhand, 4-0 Dartmouth. And then here's this unbelievable save at the end of the period. Well, that was one from before, but this is the unbelievable save right here at the end of the period. Deflection off of Machado's own defenseman. Flashes the leather, gets the glove on it anyways. And now here we are in the third period. Dartmouth up 4-0. And if you're Stang, you really want to try to get two here in the first 5 minutes. If you can get two here in the first 5 minutes, then like I said, it's a 2-goal lead, the worst lead in hockey, as they say. And then, you know, the momentum is back on Stang's side. And then, you know, anything can happen from that point on.
Now, from the Dartmouth point of view, you want to play strong, you want to play physical, you don't want to turtle, but you don't want to take any penalties either. You don't want to give Stang any power play opportunities.
I think if you're Dartmouth, you want to just keep doing exactly what you've been doing. I mean, there is no hesitation from the players. There seems to be no nerves. They're smooth. They're looking good. They're moving the puck well. They have tons of pressure on Stang, putting tons of pressure on Stang in the offensive zone and in the defensive zone. If they can just continue to do that, they should be able to get the W here today.
All right, third period underway. Shots on goal, 12-0 Dartmouth in the first period, 10-8 Dartmouth in the second for a 22-8 Dartmouth advantage throughout the game. There's a shot wide of the net. Imagine that, no shots on goal by Stang in the entire first period on Machado.
Yeah, definitely crazy. You know, there's a couple of shots that they took at the net, but they didn't actually hit the net.
Machado making a stop there on that screenshot.
But like I said, you know, it did kind of go both ways. Dartmouth definitely possessed the puck more in the first period. However, like I said at the beginning of the game, the shots aren't always indicative of the pace of the play.
Face-off down there in the Dartmouth Indian end. As Dartmouth hanging on to this 4-0 lead. This is the opening round of the Spartan Cup tournament. If Dartmouth can hang on, the finals will be played tomorrow. They'll be in it. And the loser of this game plays in the consolation game. Both teams coming down to the tail end of their schedules. Of course, both in the state tournament. Both will qualify with their records. And here's a chance for the Indians. J.C. Freights hops over his stick. On the near side, a collision there between Damian Medeiros and Beck. Now Nelson through the neutral zone. Backhanded it back through by Aiden Cousineau. Puck goes behind Machado. Played up on the wing. Stang on the forecheck. Delivering the hit that time is Beck. And we have a penalty coming up.
And waiting for the signal here. What's it going to be?
It's going to be on Beck for roughing.
For roughing. Really tough penalty to take here. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, you know, maybe that extra push from Beck was enough for the official to raise the hand. I don't know if I would be calling it in this situation here, but nevertheless, got to respect the officials. And just an unfortunate turn of events here for Stang at the beginning of the period. Starting off shorthanded, last kind of position that you want to be in.
Each team with 2 penalties. Neither team with any power play goal as a player is dropped to the ice by Justin Gauver. There's a shot and a save that time by Bennett. Looked like Larrabee was on the receiving end of that hit.
Looks like they called offsides. Yeah, they did. So puck was dead. Shot would not have counted. And they're going to bring it right outside in the neutral zone for a face-off.
Taking the draw are Aiden Simmons against Aiden Cruz. That goes back behind the net. J.C. Freights Lays it back to Reed Martin. Indians on the power play. Pass up ahead off the stick of Freites. Kept in here by Martin. Martin down deep looking for Medeiros. Off his stick. Stopped here by Noah Grigson. Kept in on a nice play by Martin at the blue line. Martin across. Freites. Freites centering pass. Bouncing puck. Collected by Jedry. Jedry to Grigson. Can't get it out. Damian Medeiros across. Martin. Wrist shot through. Hit the post. Rebound, a save that time by Bennett. And it's cleared out to center.
Whew, what a stop there by Bennett. The rebound is a big, juicy rebound. Pops right out, and he's able to just get the pad on it. Knew it was coming. Was able. The puck moved just slow enough, just that he was able to react.
There's a shot blocked in front by Jedry. Jack Jedry getting down in front of that one to block it. Final 30 seconds here of the power play. Wrist shot through, deflected wide of the net off the stick of Luke Caniff. Larrabee out of the corner. Shot off the side of the net. Aiden Simmons working it out for the Spartans. Still in the offensive end as that was Caniff getting knocked down. Howarth. Wrist shot high and wide of the net. On the other side it goes. Here's Caniff. Caniff to Howarth. Penalty is over. Indians with a shot. Blocked that time by Jedry. Seamus Marshall looking to backhand it out. Gets it to Govea. Hops over his stick. Flipped right back in by Dartmouth. And we're down to the last 11:30. Power play over. Team's back at even strength. And Stang moves it out. Grigson intercepted. Chance here for the Indians. Medeiros. Shot deflected wide. Bouncing puck in the slot. And it's backhanded out by Marshall.
What a play there by Marshall. Right at the end of his shift, he's got to be gassed. He's able to kind of settle that fluttering puck in the crease that looked like it was going to actually go in the net, and he's able to get the backhand and just flutter it out of the zone. There's a replay of Damian Medeiros, the opportunity on the stick, throws it, hits the backboards and bounces back into the front of the net, and just another dangerous situation. And we've seen a couple of those tonight.
Bishop Stang moves it out. Justin Govea against Reed Martin. Slides it down wide of the net. 4 minutes played now here in the third period. So far, Indians hanging on to this commanding, what feels like a commanding 4-0 lead at this point. Nick Howarth got a piece of that, but he was well before the center ice red line, and we have an icing. Andrew and I talking in between periods. Thinking back, I don't know, got to be 15 years since we've ever seen either one of these teams with a lead like this in the third period.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good reason for it. A score like this is rare in these types of games because both the teams are just so good. They're always so evenly matched. They're always both well coached. They're always well disciplined. They always want to win, both teams. So, it's no surprise that it's always such a close game. But a couple of unfortunate events here for Stang, and now Dartmouth has a big lead tonight.
I remember before the game you were saying how you'd rather be the team that was playing against the undefeated rather than the team that is undefeated. And then on top of that, it's your rival. And then on top of that, you were one of the teams that lost to them.
Yeah, right. And it definitely feels like...
Rebound score! Aiden Cruz from Damian Medeiros to make it 5-0.
And just another big rebound here. You got three Spartans all looking at the puck carrier, and they're not able to identify the man on the off wing. Puck carrier throws it on net, and it hits Bennett's pad, bounces right out. And another big juicy rebound for Dartmouth. They're able to capitalize on that. And just another thing where, you look at the goalies, Bennett and Dore, it's just another one of those instances where it seems like there's nothing you can really do.
So Dartmouth adding to the lead to make it 5-0. 10 minutes left in the game as the Indians have come out with an explosive offense and have really dominated the game tonight. Nick Howarth now. Wrist shot blocked in front by Nate Moniz. Gouveia looking for Pine. That goes behind the net. Kept in by the Spartans. Wrist shot through, deflected wide. Puck played down here by Stang. Quinn Pine in the corner, delivers the hit along the boards. And it's banked out by the Indians. Here's Kai Andrade. He'll get checked by Nate Moniz. Out of the corner comes Larrabee. Larrabee has it again. Wrist shot. Knocked down. Rebound. Glove save by Bennett.
Yeah, we're talking about, the story of the game and everything and how Stang's been, undefeated. And it definitely did kind of feel like, you're going to get Dartmouth's best game tonight. So you got to show up like you're not here to lose anything. As you can see, another replay of that shot on net. Nice save there by Bennett. But you got to show up to play this game like you've got nothing to lose, not like you've got something to lose. And the Indians have definitely showed up and showed up with their best game, and they're playing like they've got nothing to lose. And Stang's playing like they've got that undefeated record. And they do have something to lose. So those things do impact the game.
Seamus Marshall getting hit that time by Reed Martin, and now the puck comes out to center in the opposite direction. Nice play there, and getting drilled into the boards is number 3. That is Jack Gifford. Noah Grigson the other way. Can't get by his man as a player is thrown down. That was Josh Nelson. Puck moves out through the neutral zone. Marshall can't get it. Puck goes wide of Bennett, and a faceoff all the way back down in the Indian end. Well, both teams going in the state tournament. Dartmouth playing some good hockey here tonight as we head into the state tournament. Stang perhaps can utilize this loss and regroup down the stretch. Hey, we can lose the game, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe sometimes you can take that and build off of it as well.
Yeah, a little piece of humble pie, But yeah, absolutely. What you're saying, spot on. This may be a blessing in disguise for Stang for sure. Coming into the tournament, they know what it's like to lose now. They know what it's like to face the adversity, and how can they bounce back? How can they respond? This might be a good thing for them going into the state tournament. Absolutely, no question about it.
And meanwhile, Dartmouth can say, hey, we took down an undefeated team in the home stretch.
Yeah, just another shot there of a nice save on Moniz by Ashton Machado. Routine save there, but nevertheless adding to the save total. Ashton Machado, I'm sure, looking for the shutout here now. He's played a great game so far tonight. Be a great cherry on top, so to speak, for him.
Puck is loose on the slot. Beck out in front. Saved by Machado as Adin Cousineau had a chance. Aiden out there in front. Wing to wing it goes. Tipped into the offensive end by the Indians. Damian Medeiros. Lets it go back to Josh Nelson, who slides it down deep. Nate Moniz. For Stang. Lays it up. Through the neutral zone. We mentioned before, Nate Moniz of Stang, Evan Moniz of Dartmouth. Two brothers playing on the opposite side, and Coach Purcell's letting me know that's the first time that's ever happened, that one brother playing for Stang, the other brother playing for Dartmouth against each other. There have been many brother combinations on both sides, but not playing against each other at the same time.
Atypical for sure.
Yeah. Marshall up on the wing. Quinn Pine. Marshall charges into the offensive end. Collides there that time with Nick Howarth behind the net. Marshall on the counterattack. 6:30 to go in the game. Aiden Cousineau through the neutral zone area. Backhanded down there by Simmons. 6.5 to go. Machado leaves it behind the net. Kai Andrade now for Dartmouth. Through the center ice area. Wrist shot off the stick of Sharia, blocked by Matt Burt. Played down deep, around behind the net. Seamus Marshall, wing to wing. Stopped here by John Bichot. And now it's Marshall. Justin Gouveia into the offensive end. Gouveia with a shot, save, rebound, blocked in front. Machado keeps it out with 5:40 to go. Indians hoping to keep that goose egg up on the scoreboard.
Yep, getting the pucks in deep, burning the rest of the game, burning the clock off the rest of the game.
Nelson to Moniz. Moniz with a wrist shot. Easy blocker save by Bennett. Puck flipped out here to center ice. Right back down he goes. So Dartmouth in Division 2 this year. Stang remains in Division 3, so obviously the teams will not meet in the playoffs under any scenario. So it looks like the teams are going to be content with a split. Stang winning the first meeting in the Dartmouth Christmas Tournament 3-1 with the empty net goal. Much closer game, and this one a 5-0 blowout here by Dartmouth, barring some goals going up on the board here by Stang. Physicality picking up. You don't want to see anything get too hectic in the closing moments, and see some heavy hitting going on here in the last 30 seconds or so, both ways.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to see any injuries. It's not, especially not in this type of scenario here. You got one team up by 5, and you're just trying to play to the end of the game. You don't want to see anything unfortunate happening there. It looks like a nice shot there of Coach Capello, as I'm sure he's been pleased so far with how things have been going here tonight.
Noah Grigson now. Puck carried out by the Indians. Played down here by Ryan Barrows. Behind the net, Josh Nelson. Through the center ice area. Down it goes. Played up along the wing, Damian Medeiros. Puck goes up and out of play. We get a shot of that Dartmouth crowd over there. We got some players over here with football helmets to celebrate the night. I don't think I've seen that before. I know we've seen, a lot of different outfits and so forth, but look at that.
It's a little bit of a costume party over there. Got some hard hats, got some football helmets, football hats.
Looks like the football team is on hand tonight.
And then it looks like the student section of Stang is doing a jersey theme, so they're all wearing professional sports jerseys, Bruins jerseys, Patriots jerseys. It's always interesting to see what the students are going to do, what kind of theme they're going to go with. They're going to go with a white out, a black out, or, what they're doing tonight, the jersey theme.
I'm looking at those helmets, and I see all those Dartmouth football helmets. So a lot of the football players there, and then all of a sudden right in the middle is a Green Bay Packers helmet, which we can see like a mile away. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, anything to make the atmosphere more fun. It's great to see these students come out and support their peers, in this way. And, it really, really helps contribute to the memories that are formed in with these types of events here. So, it's all in good fun. It's great to see.
Puck now into the offensive end for Bishop Stang. Back to get it to go for Dartmouth is Luke Caniff. Played on the far side. Bounced by Machado. Got a piece of it, and it goes right across the goal mouth.
Machado perhaps a little bit overly aware there, really trying to protect that shutout. Routine little bounce for the puck to go from side to side, and he's all over it.
They try to dig it out of that corner. Nick Howarth collects. Howarth takes the hit. Matt Burke comes back to get it for Stang, but now it's Larrabee. Larrabee off the side of the net. Juicy rebound. Stick the side by Bennett with 2:30 to play. James Sharrier banks it out. And Reed Martin will go back to get it. So the Indians will go to 10-3-1. Bishop Stang dropping to 15-1-1 on the season. And the Indians moving on to play in the finals of the Spartan Cup tournament.
And a tough night for Stang. a couple bad bounces to start the game. The momentum swings the other way. Dartmouth gets a couple more and then kind of just pulls away. But again, perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. Stang has had an absolutely fantastic year. They're an unbelievable team, and I have no doubt that they're going to do great things in the state tournament.
Puck slid down here by Govea. Behind the net, Dartmouth. Plays it along. D-to-D passes behind the net as the Indians winding things down. Indians getting some fortuitous bounces, but certainly dominating the game, though. They outshot the Spartans in that first period by a count of 12-0 and then 10-8 in the second. So the Indians definitely took it to them without question. And there you see the fans always packing Headland Arena for these two rivals. Wrist shot through, blocked by Seamus Marshall. Here comes Ryan Barrows to the net. Couldn't get a good look at the net. Marshall keeping it in. 1 minute to go in the hockey game. Matt Bird slides it down, and we have a whistle with 56.6 to go. You hear the thundering sounds of DJ Mello in the background. Is that Brick House? Wow, he's really digging deep into the playlist there.
Try not to bob my head along the music up here.
Yeah, very nice feature having the DJ up here. And again, both of these teams should be high enough to host some games here at Headland. So that's great for the fans. Format a little different. No more South Sectional tournament. They go straight into a statewide tournament. Both coaches say there's advantages and disadvantages to that. You don't have the South Sectional. Great save by Bennett in the closing seconds off of Damian Medeiros. So it'd be nice if there are a few games here at Headland for the local fans. You have a penalty, I believe.
Yep. Hit on Aiden Cruz. Looks a little bit shaken up. He's holding his shoulder. J.C. Freites doesn't like the hit at all. It's his line mate, and he is not happy.
The officials wanting to call that to make sure that things don't get ugly in the closing seconds.
And again, you see your first line center skating off the ice holding his shoulder. It's 5-0. There's 30 seconds left on the board. Just an ugly scene.
Dartmouth fans breaking into song over there as I believe Quinn Pine is in the penalty box for Bishop Stang. Final 32 seconds will be ticked off. Face off now to the left of Bennett. All in all, a terrific performance here by Dartmouth and Coach Mike Capello, as now we have another penalty coming up.
Right away. Ref isn't tolerating any of this.
Noah Grigson going into the box for Stang. The cross-checking right off the face-off.
You can see the frustration of the players for Stang here. Obviously, this is not how they wanted the game to go. You got seniors is the last time you're ever going to play Dartmouth, and it certainly is a tough way to go out. But you can't kind of live in the past. You got to kind of just move forward, and
Isn't it a 5-on-3 right now? Okay.
Yeah. You got to just as I was saying, you just got to recollect yourself and move forward, and try to do some damage in the state tournament. You want to look back at this year. Hey, remember that state tournament that we won? Not, hey, remember the last time we played Dartmouth?
Right.
So,
20 seconds.
It's all about the mentality that you have.
Oh, a big hit on the boards. Delivered that time by Ryan Barrows, and that was just on one of the young sophomores, Jack Gifford. And now we have a whistle with 6 seconds left. Gifford on the receiving end of a huge hit.
Massive hit here. Pretty dangerous, honestly. He's far away from the board.
That's a boarding right there, really.
Yeah, boarding. You know, he didn't get him by the numbers, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. A dangerous hit is a dangerous hit. And that for sure, to me, looked like a very dangerous hit there. You see the net kind of snap back in that type of whiplash there. You know,
Jack Gifford, a sophomore, looks like one of the smaller players on the team on the receiving end of that. But anyway, 6 seconds left.
Yeah, just if you're Dartmouth, just end the game, get out of here without any injuries, and just try to move on from here.
Jack Jedry and Reed Martin to take this faceoff down below us. There's a wrist shot through, blocked. The Indians will count it off. Bishop Stang undefeated no more. Dartmouth celebrates a 5-0 win. They really put it together tonight in all phases of the game.
Yep. So the season series is now at a tie. Both teams with one win against each other here. And again, as I was saying before, if you're a member of the Spartans, you just got to try to move forward from here. You got plenty ahead of you. You got the state tournament coming up, and you know that's where you got to try to, you know, shift your focus to. You know, you finish the game here, and you know it's good to kind of remember this. Remember the sting. Remember the feelings that you have. Remember that you got to show up to play each and every day. You got to show up and play your best game, especially against the rival, especially when the rival's coming in. You know, playing against you, your undefeated record. Those are all things that factor into the final score here. But nonetheless, you know, great effort from both teams and an entertaining game as always.
Dartmouth Indians beating Stang 5-0. Cullen Larrabee opened the scoring with 9:15 to go in the first, make it 1-0. Then Nick Howarth with 5:22 to go made it 2-0. We believe it was Howarth that got the third goal. Went off a Stang defenseman. With 12:40 to go in the second, made it 3-0. Damian Medeiros from Reed Martin, the prettiest goal of the night, as Martin just beautiful pass up the middle to Medeiros. He went in, flew through the air, and beat Bennett to make it 4-0. And then Aiden Cruz here in the third period from Damian Medeiros to make it 5-0. Got to tell you, the Indians, looking back, some of the games that you've seen, you know, there's some discussion there in the handshakes.
Yeah, you can see some mutual respect there between some of the Dartmouth and Stang players. Obviously, you know, last minute there, you can see some of the frustration from some of the players. But, you know, one thing to remember is that, you know, even if these two teams, they have players that have been playing together pretty much their whole lives, and now they're on separate teams because they go to different high schools. But, you know, you can see that kind of respect that they have for each other, and they're kind of catching up here at the end of the game and talking amongst each other and congratulating each other. And that's what the sport's all about, is that type of, you know, good sportsmanship, and just a good thing to see here.
Looking back at Dartmouth, some games during the season, playing better than others, but tonight, certainly their best game of the season as they put it all together.
They absolutely came to play, and they came in, they played exactly how they wanted to. They showed up, they possessed the puck early, they didn't show any type of nerves, they moved the puck really well, they got shots on net, they were hitting, they were doing all the things that you need to do to win the game, and they were playing like they were playing, you know, just like the story we were talking about. They were playing like they were playing the team that beat them earlier in the year. They were playing like they were playing their big rival. They were playing like it's the biggest game of their life. And, you know, obviously positive results to show for it.
Well, we do have the state tournament just around the corner. As Dartmouth will be winding down their schedule, of course, they'll be playing in the finals of this Spartan Cup tournament. So good luck to them there. And, of course, the state tournament just around the corner. And, of course, we will have all of the exciting action of the state tournament, Dartmouth in Division II this year. And that'll be coming up right here on Dartmouth Community Media. So there you have it, Andrew. We're here in a new location high above the end zone over here. So there we are. Good thing they have that mesh in front of us over here, because, you know, I wouldn't want to be trying to make a glove save over here, you know.
Hey, I won't be jumping in front of you to stop the puck. I'll tell you that.
All right, the final score again: Dartmouth 5 and Bishop Stang nothing. For my partner Paul Santos and for my partner Andrew Santos, I'm Paul Santos. Thanks for watching here on Dartmouth Community Media, and we'll see you in the playoffs. Have a great night from Headland Arena. Good night.